Okay, we are live. I'm live. I'm live. What's good with y'all? Well, the people in the future, because there's nobody here right now. But, like always, I'm going to start it, even though there's nobody here. Get right into the chapter reading. Well, actually, give me a second. I'm going to fix a couple things. Might change my background. I don't know. I'll keep the background. One second. Okay, it's time. One Piece, Chapter 1165. Reverberations. Okay, I don't know what that can mean. I think the reverberations could be referring to the will and the energy, like you know, the mindset, the will of whoever being passed down through generations. You know, it's like they're reverberating through time. You feel me? It's like I feel like that's what they were referring to, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's the voice of all things. Let's see. Okay. So we got Law, Trafalgar Law, and we got Beppo sleeping on Zeus, the cloud. And I think there's somebody else down here. I can't tell who that is. It's a sheep. They're sleeping on a giant sheep. So they're on top of a giant lamb, but also sleeping up against Zeus the cloud. And it's Beppo on the Law. And it says, reader request, Beppo sleeping peacefully using Zeus as a pillow. By match and Takeshi. Or Takeshi, maybe. Whatever. Anyway. So we got Rocks in the beginning of the chapter. Crying. Sniffling. Ugly crying with the fangs. He said, please. 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 They said, you hear that too? Garp said that. Roger said, yeah. And they heard it again. Just kill me. He's crying again. Getting ready, swinging his sword. He's swinging that sword. They said his words, his attitude, and his expression. They're all telling different stories. They can see that he's trying to attack them. So I guess people, maybe Big Mom and them did think that Rocks, like that he just did, you know, he had some secret ability and started attacking them. Because they're starting to realize, like, hold on. His face is like he's crying. But he's still in control. Like he's smiling. He's smiling like a villain. Like straight up, if you remove the tears and the snot and the dribble, he's smiling like a villain and a killer. But he's crying. And he's saying, please kill me. But then he's attacking them. And he's smiling. But then he's crying. And he's begging. So it's like a conflict. Right? They're all telling different stories. Garp charging up a fist, wham! Punched him in the nose. Damn, broke Rocks' nose. Rocks. Damn, Rocks probably can't fight fully because he's not at his full power, maybe. Or he's not in control. He probably would have dodged that if he was in control. Oh, shit. So he punched Rocks. Rocks' foot sliding back. Garp drilling that shit in. Damn. Garp drilling the punching with a question mark, like, huh? So he clashed with Roger's sword and took Garp's fist to the face at the same time. At the same time. So a fist to the face and the sword clash at the same time. So he's getting pushed back by both of them. Oops. Right? And he's tightening the grip on his sword. And he swings. Boom. He knocks both of them. Sword swing. Damn. Put two hands on it in the end. A sword swung with two hands is more lethal. Okay? A sword swung with two hands is more lethal. If you know, you know. So Rocks put both hands on the sword and swung it, knocking Garp and Roger away. Damn. They're flying back. Rocks in the middle. You see Garp flying. Ah! And then go Roger flying. Yeah! They flying away. Big ass hockey explosion. Boom. The island zoomed out. Oh shit. The big explosion. Oh my god. It's crazy. The sky is splitting. Bruh. Okay, the clouds are parting. The sky is splitting. This is probably the first time people have seen this. It's probably not the first time it's happened in history. I think when we see like the first hockey clash between like Nika and Emu or Joy Boy and Emu, when we see that first hockey clash, I feel like it's gonna split the sky. It's gonna change the weather. And they're gonna split like the earth in half. They're gonna split part of the earth in half or some shit. I know it. Watch. It's gonna be way bigger. So they're gonna split the land in half and the sky and the sea. They're gonna split all three in half when we see the first hockey clash in history. But anyway, let's go on. They said, why does the sky look like that? It's split in half. We gotta evacuate before we're all dead. Somebody yelling. And who was that? I forget his name. You can see him, right? You can see him on the right with the glasses. It was the Rocks pirate crew member, yep. He said, let's steal the ship and get off this island. He said, what? You mean Rocks' ship? You really think he's coming back? This is the end of the Rocks pirates, Tiki said. They said, hurry to the shore. Everybody's running. Hurry to the shore. What did you say, Vice Admiral Garp? Once you've got every living resident and sailor on boat. Shove off and get out of here. What's happening on the island, Roger? Once Rayleigh and them get to you, wait off the coast. They like, yeah, go sit on the side. I will be back. And they threw the snails away, threw their jackets off. They was like, yo, we gotta put them down, man. He said, Rocks, Roger, I came here intending to arrest you both, but he said, yeah, and my plan was to steal Shaggy and the treasure and hightail it out of here. Instead, shall we team up for a minute? I have a number of issues with this, but I can't afford to let him run free. It's the team up. Uh-oh. It's the team up. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's a battle. It's a battle. Okay, this is like, hold on, wait. They're fighting like on some Dragon Ball shit. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, my bad. So listen, I'm gonna try to zoom it out a little bit so y'all can see it too. But we got Garp. So listen. He said, I have a number of issues with this, but I can't afford to let him run free. I guess he yelled it, I can't afford to let him run free. He yelled it, hey, Rocks. And he jumped over the sword. I stabbed the sword into the rocks, boom. Garp jumped over. He blew up the rock in front of him. Garp jumped over that shit. He's leaping in the air. Over his head. And then we see Roger below, dashing at him. Uh-oh. Yo, I said, yo, this is gonna be crazy animated, bro. This is like, hold on. This is like the most action-heavy panels I've seen Oda do in a minute. This God Valley shit, bro. Like the way he has these people moving. So he jumped over him. And we got Roger coming up behind him. Shing! Well, he threw a sword slash at him. Boom! That shit hit him in the back. It made his sword drive further into the rock, and his body flew into the rock more. Okay, Garp is finishing his sentence. He said, hey, Rocks. And now he's talking. He said, that look you've got. The curse. Is there any way to break it? And he threw him into a rock. Boom. Threw that nigga hard as hell. He sent him flying. Well, bam. Boom. Okay, then we got Roger. Roger picking his sword up over his head, jumping at him. Just wake up. Boom. Big ass explosion. They over there fucking shit up. Damn. They said faster. Roger's gonna keep fighting until we evacuated the island. That hockey's off the charts. Got a spot on me for the ship, I assume. Gloriosa trying to get on the ship. Yeah, of course she is. Like, it's crazy out here. Like, she gotta get on the ship. Yeah. But he's still carrying Shaggy. They all got treasure chests. I think Shanks is still obviously in one of these chests. I forgot who was holding it. We saw somebody holding it before. But we'll figure it out later. It's okay. We'll figure that out later. They said Gloriosa. It's her. So we got Big Mom. Listen up, Kaido. You owe me for the rest of your life. You're gonna make good on that. He said, fat chance. It was finders keepers, Lin Lin, and you lost. Just watch me. I'm going to create a new crew where violence rules all. He said, fuck that. I'm doing my own thing now. She said, huh? You think you've got hot stuff now? Keep dreaming. The day you'll beat me, it'll never come. He said, come on, and the little muffin man. The little chef dude. Okay, I see him in the top left, right there. See him in the top left. Little muffin man. He said, come on, Lin Lin, let's get moving. Carry this treasure. She said, I'll come and collect one day. And then Kaido said, I'll be waiting to crush your spirit. Okay. Like, yeah, we still got beef. I don't care. said, "You owe me for the rest of your life." See, I knew it was going to turn out like that. That's Oda. He's aware. I'm not saying he's aware of everything, but honestly, at the same time, I might save this for later. I'll say it twice, okay? It doesn't matter. I'll say it again later. Let me just say, I think Oda is one of the few mangaka who are like, it's rare. It's more rare for him to forget something than it is for, like, you know, how Toriyama was or Kishimoto or other people are when they have a long series like this, because he actually goes back and reads the series. So, and he has a lot of assistants too, so I'm sure they have been noting, or he's noted what's relevant. But he went back and searched up anything that has anything to do with God Valley and any of the characters' connections. And then, you know, he remembers to mention it. So I'm never too worried about Oda getting stuff like this, even though obviously the stuff in the past that he never planned to happen, like God's Nights and all that, he's gonna find a way to make it connect and make it work. So it's all good. Anyway, we go back to the fight. Boom. Garp is on his ass. We see Roger. I mean, yeah, Garp is in the background. They both on their ass. Like, Roger in the front, in the middle of the screen, on his back. Boom. He's getting hit by Rox's hand. So Rox's hand clashed with Roger's sword. He didn't even need, like, he didn't even know. Let me turn my music back on. Hold on, back. I usually don't do this in the middle. Okay. But listen, he's holding a sword, but he didn't even need the sword to hit him, bro. Like, Rox is clashing with Garp with his hand. Okay, anyway. I don't know if he's using the armament hockey. His hand is in black, so he's just strong. He can clash with swords. Okay. So we got Whitebeard sitting there watching. And somebody said, "You're the one who knocked down that mountain, aren't you, Newgate?" He said, "Who are you? Looks like your crew's falling apart." The name's Graham. What? Captain of the Polo pilots. Polo Graham? Marco Polo? Because Marco, that's Marco's dad, bro. So, yo, I said that before. I said that earlier. Like, yo, there's somebody. I saw somebody who looked like Marco's father. Hold on, the music is not back. But I saw somebody who looks like Marco's father. Like, who is that? I saw that guy. And I was wondering who the hell that could have been. But it seems like they're kind of touching on it right now. Hold on, my bad. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta turn the music back on. I gotta do this with my music playlist playing. My bad. I can't find my music. Okay. Anyway, it's okay. We could do this with this music on right here. Boom. Okay. Anyway, so his name is Graham. So what's Marco? Is Marco's last name Polo? I'm assuming Marco's last name is Polo, because this dude looks just like Marco. And we never see Marco's last name, right? So this dude's name is Graham Polo. Polo Pirates. He's the captain of the Polo Pirates. He says he's a big fan of Whitebeard's. He says, "Say, you got no ship to go back to, huh? Team up with me instead." Whitebeard said, "Get out of my hair." So Whitebeard's just standing there like, what am I gonna do? Like, how was Whitebeard planning to get off of this island, bro? That's crazy. If he didn't run into this dude, how was he planning to get off the island? So he said, "Hey, get out of my hair." He said, okay, this is Stussy. She said, "Where did Newgate go?" The big metal dude said, "Don't ask me." They're running off with treasure. Okay, they're running away. Okay, Dragon does go back to the Marines, okay? And they said, "Dragon, calm down. What are you doing?" He said, "No, what are you people doing? Did you know where we were what we were aiding here?" They said, "Dragon." He got a gun pointed at his superior officer. He said, "Put them on your ship right now. We have to rescue them. And if anyone argues against it, I'll execute them on the spot." So he's threatening to kill. So, okay, Dragon is not playing. Okay, I was wrong. I thought Dragon was going to get saved, and this would be his connection to Kuma and Ivankov. But I guess the fact that they meet again later is kind of coincidence, or maybe Ivankov recognized Dragon, or the other way around, because they did see each other. They didn't really talk too much. But apparently, Dragon is saving people right here, right now. And he's telling them, like, yo, put the people on the boat or I'm killing all of the Marines. I'll pilot the boat myself. Fuck it. So they said, this isn't going to end here, Dragon. He said, better not. It better not. He's not playing. Dragon, okay, I like that. And then we got Rayleigh and Gabon running back to the island. Okay, of course they got to go back. They put everybody on the ship. They said, Rayleigh, Gabon, where are you going? They said, don't you dare follow us. Take the ship out into the open water and wait. That island. Okay, now we got Saturn talking. Okay, we got somebody talking from the world government. He said, that island will have never existed. Understood. Okay, now we going down the path that we know that this island is about to get wiped out. Is this really where Enos Lobby ends up being? Now, I was really liking the theory that the island still existed and that it could have been Thriller Bark or something like that. I wanted to see if that would play out. But obviously, we all know it also probably just got wiped out. God Valley doesn't exist anymore. We know it to not exist anymore, and we know what that means when they say that. That's the world. That's the ancient weapon getting used on the island. So we already know that, right? So the God Valley incident, we got the narrator. S-level top secret classification, records of clandestine operations, and special hazard pay for Naval Base G11 and Cipher Pool number 6. So wait. Wait. I'm a little confused now. So I guess the people here become... Oh, no, I guess Cipher Pole number 6 was already here. I guess I didn't really see them. Maybe I'm forgetting. So they said registry of participants in the human hunt expunged. Site of event God Valley. Island location area population details erased. Number of fatalities unknown. So they erased all the details for the island. The location, the population details, they erased it. The site of the events erased. The registration of the participants in the human hunt have been all erased. So, like, the records of people doing this. Okay, now they're fighting, right? I guess this is the end of the fight. So we see Rox, Roger, and Garp yelling at each other as the narration's going on, and the island gets exploded in the background. The final pillar falls. And I guess then this is their last clash of hockey. The last pillar falls. And they said, Garp. Oh, okay. This is Roger. He said, Garp, did you know about that enormous black monster the government has? They call themselves the good guys. And they call themselves the good guys. He's breathing on heavy, so I can't believe it either. Okay, and he said, if you're gonna quit the Navy, come join us. See, yeah. See, obviously, right? Obviously. Now, maybe I should have said my reasons I think Garp is here, because we know Garp does this, right? We know Garp, he treats his people like the way he does, right? But I wanted to hear him say it. I wanted to hear Garp say it. I'm going to talk about that later. I'll talk about that later. Because Garp is saying right here, he said, don't be an idiot. If I quit, who's going to watch out for the rank and file? Who's going to watch out for the little guys, right? So I'll talk more about that later, because I was questioning, like, yo, I need Garp to say something. And this is what I needed. Like, this is something that was obvious, right? You can gather that's what he's doing. I wanted to hear Garp say it, bro. I wanted to hear Garp say it. And he had him say it. He had him say it. And he said, it all comes down to mass, doesn't it, Garp? He said, mass. What do you mean? First of all, the color of armament is a power that doesn't yield to the devil fruits. Okay, Roger's about to just give us a whole spiel. He about to drop some knowledge or some shit. Whoa, okay. Okay, see, now listen. He's about to get into the little details. You know, we about to get a little bit more detail about how this game of rock, paper, scissors works with devil fruits and all that, right? So, and this is going to make a lot of people shut up, because a lot of people have been like just saying, oh, if you have a hockey, that means you can just beat everybody. No, that's not how it means. It's still a back and forth. If you can equal out the hockey somebody's using to negate your devil fruit, then it's equal playing field again. They can't negate your devil fruit as effectively. It's like, it's the whole thing. So Roger says, first of all, the color of armament is a power that doesn't yield to the devil fruits. And on top of that, I was wreathed in the color of Supreme King. There's no way it couldn't have hurt him. Yeah, he's questioning that shit. He said, yeah, but he was guarding with Supreme King too, so they cancel out. Exactly my point. There's no damage unless we surpass that. See, there you go. They cancel out. If he coated himself in Supreme King, and it's the equal power, it doesn't matter. He said they cancel each other out. Exactly my point. There's no damage unless we surpass that. He said it's all down to who wears out first. We'll lose. There's no way to keep up with a monster like that thing. So you want to hit him with the critical mass of Supreme King hockey? Exactly. Don't even think about whatever stamina you need after that. In any case, you're saying we don't come back from this alive. So they're about to throw their lives away. Like, yo, we have to use everything. Fuck it. Even if we die. He said if we can pull this off, all three of us will be down for the count. But if we miss, we're done for. And here come Rocks. Standing up, boom, stomping. Rocks pulls up again. They said, listen up, Rocks. I don't know what I can say to console you. I don't know what happened to you either. But there's one thing I do recognize. I recognize your sorrow. It's Gart talking. He said, I recognize your sorrow. He's crying. Now the face is ugly. He's crying this time. Like ugly crying and all that. They said, don't cry, you idiot. That nigga, yo, Roger's closed. He's covering his eyes. Like, he's about to start crying too. He's about to start crying too. So now they're doing some new hockey attacks. So like, this was the perfect explanation. And it's coming from Oda himself and the character himself that's on the top of the scales of power. Nobody needs to argue about hockey and devil fruits anymore. They just said, if it's equal, it cancels out. So that negates everybody's whole argument about, oh, if you just have hockey, because Kaido said hockey is this. Kaido said, bruh. You took what Kaido said and you hyperbolized it. Like, you're taking it and you're exaggerating. That's like, come on, bro. That's not what he was saying. Like, he's talking about potential, because with enough hockey you can negate devil fruits. But if your opponent has it too, he's negating your negation. Right now, you're canceling each other out. The devil fruit's working again. At the end, what did Roger just say? At the end, it's all about mass. It comes down to mass. It comes down to the quantity, the amount of hockey you're using, the power. At the end, you just have to be stronger than your opponent. That's what he's saying. So everybody doing that stupid back and forth about, oh, hockey's king. That's what Kaido said. No, but it doesn't fucking matter. If somebody with a devil fruit has strong hockey too, or enough to just cancel out your strong hockey, it could be even. You know, the devil fruit's still working. Nobody's stronger than anybody until you're stronger than somebody, okay? So now they got to hit Rocks with the God of Fire Infinitum. What? Infinitium. I don't even know what the hell's going on. He said the Ace Explosion. Oh shit, the Infinitium Explosion and the God of Fire Ace. Okay, that's the move they're using at the same time, and they're blowing a hole through Rox's body. Oh shit. Okay, so this, I think right here, what they're saying right here about mass is directly the secret. Well, I'll talk about that later too, but I think that's directly the secret to how to stop the God's Knights in, you know, their regeneration. That's what Gaban is going to tell Zoro and Luffy. You got to just hit them with as much hockey as you can in one go, like you're trying to destroy him. So we got some narration here on this crazy ass panel, a two-way super god attack. Okay. It said the world government attempted to cover up everything that happened here. Okay, they attempted. See, I needed this. Let's see what they say. But the downfall of Rox Dizabek and his lawless band of followers, the Rox Pirates, who wreaked havoc on the era, cast an unmistakable. Oh, that's what the reverberations are about. They cast unmistakable reverberations that shook the world. So this event sent shock waves that just changed the course of things, I guess, right? It changed the course of things. Like a lot more people know what they shouldn't know because of this day. And listen, I still need to know, why does Emu keep Garp in the army? How come he didn't try to do nothing to him yet? Because Garp, like, okay, we got Garp saying himself. I needed Garp to say himself why. Let me take my screenshots while I talk. That's the end of the chapter. So I've been needing Garp himself to say why he was staying. Because, like, you know, we can all gather why he was staying. Like, the reason he said is something we all kind of knew. Like, we all knew that he's like, he protects the younger Marines and all that shit. And, you know, the soldiers and everything. Like he was doing on God Valley. But him saying it is way better. It just frames it way better. There shouldn't be any more doubt at all. Him saying it just like it resolves into everything. Okay. We got Roger giving that crazy explanation about hockey that we needed. Okay, no more complaining, no more back and forth about what Kaido said. Okay, we got what Roger said now. Roger dropped this. He dropped some hockey science, bro. Roger's a hockey man. Okay, he knows how hockey works. He knows how hockey goes. Okay, so let me take my screenshots real quick so I can talk to y'all about this chapter real quick. I'll make a video out of it, like I do always. I'll take my screenshots and then I'll talk about the chapter, like in a video format, but you're gonna see me do a video live and take a couple screenshots. And when I start talking, I'll just trim it out of the live and upload it as a video. Boom, that's a YouTube video. But man, this chapter is crazy, bro. God damn, I'm just looking at the panels again. Garp is just swinging his fist, bro. No sword, just fist all day, okay? It's nothing but fists, nothing but hands. They were willing to die. Garp and Roger were willing to die for this. They said, listen, we got to use every ounce of hockey we have and don't care about what happens next. So they were willing to die. Garp said, in other words, we're about to die, huh? We're not coming back. You see, yep, that's what's happening. Hold on, real quick. Couple more screenshots, man. Couple more, and I could talk about the chapter, okay? I try not to screenshot the full panel because I'm not getting copyrighted. You know, I get a couple of frames with some shit cut off. This chapter was crazy. Oh my God. Emu just left. Emu said, fuck it, I'm just gonna leave. Like, I wonder why Emu just left. Like, you're not gonna make sure the rest of like the island is done? Okay, I guess you just let Rox do it. You were that confident in Rox, huh? I wonder what does Emu say after he finds out that Rox got killed by Roger and Garp? Is he gonna say like, "Yo, we gotta kill Roger"? Like, dude, he doesn't say that. Let's poison Roger. Is he the reason why Roger's sick? Yo, put something in Roger's cup. We're gonna kill him. Like, I don't know. Well, I got a few more screenshots here. I swear. A few more. Hold on, I got you. I think it's 3 more. But yeah, this is the last page. Last 2 pages. Okay. Hang with me. I kind of want what he said. I gotta get the best screenshot of what he's saying in the text, okay? Hold on. I got you. 3 more screenshots, okay? Boom. 1, 2, and 3. That's the last one. See? I told you. Boom, 3. Okay, last screenshot. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up all the screenshots. I'm going to change the music. And I'm going to make this video real quick. Talk about this chapter, okay? I need to talk about this chapter right now. I hope I remember everything I need to say. Like, I hope I remember. Let's see. Yeah, it'll come back to me. It'll start flowing as soon as I start talking, okay? It's all good. It's all right. It always does. All right. So, I don't even know what to say, but listen. One Piece chapter 1156. Oh, 65. My bad. That's crazy. But I just got done reading it. Okay. I guess Oda is like, since he's done with Yamato, he's giving us a bunch of random cover pages, fan requests. I don't know if they're new or old, whatever, but keep doing it. Anyway, like always, the chapter started up. The last one ended, okay? Rock's crying for his life. Garp and Roger answering. The only way they know how. They got to put him down. And can I just say, like, this is like Oda's most action-packed chapter, I think. Like, the panels he's using, all of his paneling, it was crazy, okay? This is like, and he just had to reiterate recently that he is not really an action, like, this manga is not a battle shonen, like your typical battle shonen. He had to remind people, you know, it's an adventure story. He does action when he does action. It serves the plot, it's necessary. But when he does action, okay? Because this paneling was really nice. And I haven't seen this sort of action paneling from Oda in a long time. Okay, all the way from the punch, like his eyeball popping out of his skull. He got hit so hard. Like, that's why they wondered and they questioned, how is he not dead? Like, nobody should be surviving this, bro. We're whooping his ass. Like, we're whooping his ass. I saw you punch him and his fucking eyeballs are popping out or whatever the hell's going on. Like, maybe that's not his eyeball. Okay, no, his eye is that little crescent moon right there. I was exaggerating. But anyway, this shit's crazy. Like, the paneling was phenomenal, I feel like. And it's the craziest action paneling I've seen from Oda in a while. And then it's crazy how Oda can, like, not do action panels forever for the longest stretches of his manga. And then when he does them, he's doing it better than people who do action paneling every week, every year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of this paneling is better than the battle shonen that are out here. Okay. But we get another hockey sky split. And I remember when I was reading this, I was wondering, like, or I kind of made up a theory, like, what if the first hockey sky split, or whatever you want to call it, the great sky departure, right? What if the first one that we seen, because it seems to always happen when the highest level characters clash, right, in the middle of a fight. So what if the first one we see is back in the day when Joy Boy fought Emu, or Nika versus Emu? What if that was the first sky split? But then I said, okay, what if it's not just the sky? What if the first time powerful hockey clash like this? What if they split the sky, the land, and the sea? So you see the earth split in half, the ocean split in half because it's going past the land. They split the sky in half, and it's just crazy, right? The whole world is getting an earthquake. I don't know. That shit would be crazy to me. But anyway, we see the whole crew. It's the end of the Rocks Pirates, as Golden Lion Shiki says. The Rocks Pirate crew is done. Everybody's leaving the island. Okay, it's not just them leaving the island. We got Roger's crew leaving the island too. And of course, we get Roger and Garp panels side by side every time. We got Garp telling his people to set sail, and as soon as everybody gets on the boat, you gotta leave. Roger's telling his people the same. As soon as the whole crew's on the boat, you gotta leave. I'll be back. They're here, and they're here to stay. They really answered his call, like I said earlier. They're here to fight him. They want to actually free him from this too. Okay. And this is the team up moment that we've all been waiting for. So we get to see the 2v1 that was never said to be, but now it's here. This is the 2v1. Roger and Garp versus Rocks, okay? And again, we get into more crazy paneling. I like this shit right here. Like, it's just amazing. I don't know. It's a lot of movement going on. Garp and Roger flying around the screen. Like, it's like a Bleach fight. It was like a Bleach fight when Bleach was good, okay? And even Garp right here is asking, like, is there any way to break the curse that he's under, right? So they really want to save him outside of even just killing him. So they want to know, like, can we even stop this? But there's no answer because, like, nobody knows how to do it, right? There's no question about it. But we already knew. And let me talk about this for a second, okay? Because I was saying it earlier, and I said it before, right? People like to question how, in hindsight, Oda has said one thing about a character, and then in the future, it might not connect, or they say that he forgot, and all that sort of shit, right? So when we saw the situation play out between Kaido and Linlin with the devil fruit, when he stole it from her, people immediately said, oh, this isn't what Oda said. I thought Big Mom said that she gave it to him and this and that. I never thought that that situation meant that, the other one couldn't happen. It wasn't mutually exclusive. I didn't think because he stole it from her doesn't mean that she can't tell him that, that was my devil fruit. I'll let you have that shit, like in the way she's doing now. Like, this is what he's been doing the whole time. My point in saying this is, Oda's one of the few, he's not one of the few, but like, there's a lot of people like, Toriyama, Kishimoto, they might forget things in their story. Toriyama has a good habit of reading his own story so he can, remember things and actually connect certain dots on purpose. So it's not that he remembers, he actually goes back and looks for it. So I'm not surprised that he has this connecting, or anything that he has in the past, he's going to make it connect, right? But even for things that he never planned, right? He probably didn't plan for Shanks to be connected to God's Knights and all this other stuff. Maybe he did plan for him to be connected to the world government. Maybe that was a plan. Who knows how far he went? But things like God's Knights and like Emu being powerful as he is, and all these other things. We don't know if he planned it, but he's gonna make it connect. Okay, just like that. So we go back to the fight, but in between that, we see this scene right here where this guy named Hologram appears up, or he appears next to Whitebeard, and we all should know who the hell he is. Like, what does he look like? Pineapple head, right? This is Marco's dad. Obviously, this is Marco's dad or his grandfather, or it's got to be his dad, right? So, if his name is Gran Polo, I'm thinking Marco's name is Marco Polo, right? That's the only, it's Polo Marco. Did we never get his last name before? Like, that's crazy. I thought we would have gotten his last name. But his name is Polo Marco, apparently. Marco Polo. So that's another reference to some, not even a pirate, but like a man at sea, a legendary figure that was at sea in the past, right? So that's another older reference, Marco Polo. There you go. Whitebeard, I don't know what he's planning to do. Like, he's just standing there like Vegeta. The island's blowing up. He doesn't have a boat. He's just standing there looking at the flames. I don't know. Like, I think he's Vegeta or some shit. I don't know what his plan was. He can't swim, can't fly. Like, he's telling this dude, like, leave me alone. I don't want to go with you. How are you going to get off the ship? I mean, off the island, bro. You have no, was he going to rob the Navy ship, or I don't know, become a stowaway? But yeah, Stussy's looking for him too. So I don't know. I guess they never, all the Rock's crew go their own way. Even Stussy doesn't meet Whitebeard. They separate everything, okay? But then we go to Dragon. I like this scene a lot. Now, Dragon, and then, you know, Garp also, I want to mention Garp later, because every time I see Dragon, it reminds me of Garp, right? I've been saying that. And Garp, he got the, he said what I needed him to say. I'll talk about that later. Like, I never needed him to get redemption per se. I didn't think he was like in an unredeemable spot like other people do. I just needed him to say like his resolve. I need him to say his reason for staying there all these years. Like, we can gather multiple reasons ourselves, but it's better when he says it, right? But anyway, we got Dragon standing here, and what is he doing? He's taking the whole Navy boat over. They're wondering like, yo, whoa, Dragon, what are you doing? Chill out, man. He said, nah, fuck that. You're gonna save all these people, and if you deny what I'm saying, I'm killing everybody. I'm executing y'all one by one. Like, I'll pilot the ship on my own. Fuck that. I'm saving everybody. Okay. So that's what Dragon's doing. And they say, yo, you're not gonna forget that. I forgot what he said. I cut that panel out. Oh, it's up here. He said, Dragon, this won't be the end of it. He said, yeah, it better not be. So Dragon's gonna make good on that promise. That's why he became a revolutionary. He's gonna stop all of that shit. Okay. This is why he's not the same as Garp. It's understandable. It's understandable. Okay. And we get a line from Saturn. Okay. Not only, first of all, let me mention this. We see Gabon and Rayleigh going back for going back for Roger. I guess they make it. I don't know. They might make it back. What if we see Bogart run on the island for Garp? We don't even see him ever. Like, people put so much hype on Bogart's name, but we never see him do anything. What if he runs to go get Garp? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But anyway, we got Saturn saying what we kind of knew would happen. Now, I know I said before, I like the theory that God Valley is still around and that it's become Thriller Bark, or it's some other island that we don't know about or might know about. I always knew it was still a possibility that it was just this. It was that simple, because they said the island doesn't exist anymore. Okay, that's when the government says that, we know what it means. We've seen Enos Lobby. We've seen Lelouchia. We know what it means when they say something doesn't exist anymore. That means they wiped it out of history with their own hand, right? So I'm assuming God Valley might become Enos Lobby. I don't know what it's going to become, but it's going to be a hole in the middle of the ocean. And that would also mean if they do use the secret weapon, then the water levels are going to rise around this era. That's what that means. The water levels are going to rise around this era. I don't know what that's going to mean. Well, we're gonna see that shit happen. Okay. I never even thought about the possibility of them using the ancient weapon around this like day and age. I forgot about it. So yeah, the water level might rise as soon as they wipe God Valley off the map. That's something to think about. But like I assumed, the rest of the pillar fell. Okay, and we had the narrator talking about how the world government and the Navy wiped all the records of any humans who were participating in the hunt, any records of a hunt ever being there, like who the residents of God Valley were. Like, you know, they got like all the Marines got hazard pay, hazard pay for the Naval Base G1 and Cipher Pole number 6, right? I didn't notice Cipher Pole number 6 there. Maybe I'm tripping. I didn't notice they were there. Maybe I forgot, but I didn't notice. I saw the God's Knights there. They got the ass whooped. So we know the God's Knights weren't even a highlight back in this time. I thought they would be more relevant, but they were just a part of the Marines. I don't know why they seemed so weak back then. Or maybe the pirates were so strong back then. That's what it was. The pirates were strong back then. It's not that the God's Knights were weak. That's how you gotta look at it. So this is what I was talking about. The question, the answer. Roger asking, because he said, yo, did you know y'all had that giant black monster in the Marines? Like, and y'all call yourselves the good guys? He said, no, I didn't know either. It surprised me. But he says, like, if you're going to quit the Navy, join us. He said, don't be stupid. If I quit, who's going to watch out for the rank and file? Now, him saying this, right? Obviously, this is something that we all could have kind of gathered already. This is something everybody's already gathered. We already said Garp stays there for A, B, and C. He stays there because he does what he can, and you know, he looks out for the little people and all that other sort of shit. But him saying it is way better than us having to put the pieces together ourselves. This puts his resolve in perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's way better. So I like this. I like it a whole lot more with him giving us the solid answer and reason for why all these years he's been in the Navy, especially after we see that he knows they have these deeper, darker secrets. That was the bigger question. Like, okay, he sees that they have demons and shit. Why is he really there now? Like, you know, but him, that's enough for me. Some people might not think that's enough. They might think he can do anything else. I don't know. Whatever. But that's on him. I like what Garp did right there. So right here, boom, we get another answer. A big answer we needed, okay? And it's going to end a lot of arguments because people put a lot of stock into what Kaido said still. Kaido said devil fruits. I mean, he said hockey's king. Kaido said hockey's king. Okay, but listen, what did Rogers say? It all comes down to mass, okay? That's the end all be all. What does he mean by that? He explains it this chapter. He tells you that armament, the power of the armament hockey doesn't yield devil fruits, and he was wreathed in the Supreme King, right? The color of the Supreme King. There's no way they shouldn't have hurt him. He said, yeah, but he's using Supreme King too, so they cancel out. Exactly my point. We have to surpass that to damage him, okay? Now, this is something so simple, and this has already been explained before. I see so many people arguing about how hockey is like just stronger than anything, and if you have hockey, you can just beat any devil fruit. No, you still have to be strong with your hockey, okay? And devil fruit users, what do you know? They have hockey too. So you get to a point where the hockey cancels each other out, and you're still fighting a devil fruit user, okay? You're still fighting a devil fruit user. The hockey cancels out, you're still dealing with the devil fruit, okay? You have to surpass that. And I'm assuming he's not just speaking about the devil fruit and all that stuff, because we don't even know what devil fruit rocks has, first of all, right? But I think he's referring to also the fact that he's not taking any damage. Okay, I don't know what power it is that he has. Maybe the power that's making him like this is a devil fruit. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know that. But they mention how a large mass of Supreme King hockey, the color of the king, is the only thing that's going to hurt him. And I think this is exactly what Gabon is going to be telling Luffy and Zoro That's the only thing I could think of, because unless there's a different application of hockey or a different way to use it. Because when we see Gabon hurt Garling earlier, he didn't mention, "Oh, I have to use my hockey in a special way." He just chopped him, and and Garling got hurt by it, right? He chopped him and he got hurt by it. So I'm assuming that's the same exact answer we're gonna get when we get back out of the flashback, and Gabon is talking to Zoro and Luffy, and he tells them how to hurt Emu and the God's Knights. He's gonna tell them the same thing. It's about mass, critical mass of Supreme King Haki. So that's also saying if you don't have Supreme King Haki, there's a certain level you just can't reach. So that's also a reason why Haki is not always just the end all be all. It's more specific than that, okay? If you got Supreme King Haki, yeah, you have the potential to be stronger than anybody. If your Haki is stronger than a Devil Fruit user's Haki, then you're gonna win, because the Devil Fruit doesn't matter anymore. You're fighting somebody just weaker than you at that point, right? So the opposite is true. If you don't even have Supreme King Haki, you're not reaching any of those levels. Okay, so you might just stop at a certain cap. I don't know, unless they say like, hey, you have so much Haki and matches up to Supreme King. Maybe that's the thing. We don't know. We got to figure that out. Maybe you can have enough Haki in general. It imitates a critical mass of Supreme King Haki, right? We're gonna figure that little minutia out later. But we get them talking about how this is like the final blow. They're gonna throw their life away for this, basically. They know that this is the final shot they have, and by doing this, they can't think about what's gonna happen to them after. Okay. Garp even said, like, I don't know what to say to console you. I don't know what happened, but I feel your pain. I see you sad, because he's making an ugly crying face now. And what do we get? The final panel, the biggest, I think, attack we've seen in One Piece ever. Okay. Now Garp hit he hit a Gumu Gumu no move. Okay. This is where Luffy's getting his techniques from, damn near. Like, he hit a goddamn Gatlin. He had an infinite Gatlin, but he called it the I don't even know what the hell they call it. The Infinitium. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading that stupid, but he hit the infinite explosion of punches, and he hit the flame fire god Ace, and it's a crazy attack. They cut him in half and punched holes through his body with this like Supreme King color Haki move, duo combo that like should have split the sky in half and blew the rest of the island up. So like, I don't know. Maybe the island's gonna blow up next chapter. I don't know. Maybe Gabon and Rayleigh get flung back to the boat. They can't even make it over here. I don't know, but that's why I found out why the chapter was called Reverberations, because of rocks in this era. They're talking about how they shook the world. Okay, and this is also saying how, I guess, this moment in history changes the course of the future in a lot of ways, because now people like Whitebeard has that mindset that he has about, I guess, the younger generation now. Like that I guess that became his goal. Like, yo, I guess everybody kind of had a different mindset after this day. They actually have goals now. Like Rocks seemed like the only person in this era with a solid goal, and his mind was made up on something that mattered, and there was a bigger picture more than just himself and being a pirate, getting treasure. He was trying to take down the world. Everybody else, it seems like after this, their dreams kind of expanded. You know, I'm gonna build an army. You know, Whitebeard and Big Mom building families and shit, and they building their own crew, and like they know this bigger picture now about. You know, Whitebeard was talking about becoming the king of the pirates. Like, they got this bigger picture going on now. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. They know things they shouldn't know. Garp knows things, right? And I also wonder, we got a couple of answers about other things. They said the world government tried to erase this from history. But why is Garp? They know he's a D. I need to know why Emu lets him stay there, especially after he saw Garp was there and Garp attacked him and he doesn't care. Why does he let him stay there? I wonder if Garp knows Emu. Did Emu let Garp come to his office personally and said, listen, bro, I know you saw me that day. You're not going to say anything. Stay in the army and I won't kill you. Or I don't know. Like maybe he threatened him. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't care. Anyway, that's the end of the video. If I think anything else to add to it, I'll put it in the comments. And I'm out. See? Now I'm gonna chop the video out there. Now I can talk back to the live. Now I see somebody commenting in the live. You're probably gone already. You said you're leaving. Hey, I had to do what I had to do, man. I was making a live video. I couldn't talk. I was making a live video. Now I'm talking to the live, okay? I was making a YouTube video. I'm gonna chop it out. Now I'm talking to the live, okay? I seen that comment. You were dropping comments. I almost said something, but I had to focus on the video. I was making a live video. And I usually don't get comments anyway during the One Piece live stream, so I definitely had to focus on making the video. I couldn't stop in the middle. But the video's over now. I'm chilling. I guess the comments are done now, though. You don't have any more comments. You probably left already. I might just end the live right now. He said, bro, you're, and then hit the stone face emoji. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Oh, good thing I didn't read your comment in the middle of what I was doing. All right, well, I think I'll just end the live too. No comments. No active watchers. People will watch the live later, it's okay. Or you can watch the video. I'm about to upload the video in like 20 minutes. But I'm out.